episode 167, and honestly, for 2 in the afternoon, it is surprisingly, on the blinds a bit more here, it is not that bright outside. I've got the window open and everything. It's, I don't know. Yeah, and where I've knocked something off the shelf. But welcome to one of 2 streams that I'm planning to get out today. I'm trying to be productive with this channel today. You guys know yourselves that since I started, my new job or whatever, it's been, well, I don't know why I said whatever. Hats on because, well, this stuff's a mess. If it is possible on camera. Nah, I'll just keep the hat on. It's more presentable. I've taken it off. I don't. What an idiot. Anyway, but yeah. So this is one of 2 live streams, right? And why 2? Well, this live stream we're going to be organising some things, continuing to sort out things that we were doing in the previous stream. But later on, hopefully I don't spill any of this out because it is an open copy. Later on, we're going to be building this on my second stream that we're going to do. Set 4502 X-Wing Fighter. This is the one that had the Yoda's Hut set with it, or build with it. Pretty cool set, but other than that, that's really all we're going to be doing. Probably good to get 2 streams out. It is a cool set. I've also uploaded an episode of Collecting the Complete Saga, so that is out today. I plan to film the next Lego Batman segment, so things are getting done, which is, that's how we like it. But I might be coming and going from the room at points in the stream, just ignore that. But yeah, I've just been doing some organisational stuff, and then of course later on, I think that, so this stream starts at, so it's like just past 2. So, fix these X-Wings here. I got 3 X-Wings on, so I'll open and build that thing. Why is this X-Wing on my shelf side heavy? One sec, apparently this X-Wing has problems. This is the exact same X-Wing, given a few part changes that you get in that set. Also, that one has like parts of Dagobah stuck to it. But anyway, so this one's at 2. We'll stream till about 3, right? And then I'll come back at 6 with the live build and what have you. So it's going to be fun. I'm just going to be getting rid of some things. So the packing box that the set showed up in. I did a video unboxing that a couple of days ago. So I'm going to just get rid of this. And hey, I mean, yeah, I could drop things. That makes sense for the stream. But like I said, we're doing this stream just now. And at 6 o'clock, we're going to be building this. So, stay tuned. We'll be building this at 6. Also, that'll be its own stream, but very excited. 2004 X-Wing Fighter with... I always thought that Yoda's Hut was mentioned in the set name. It's not. It's a cool build, though. I'm just going to go get rid of this. I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. So, yeah, content filled day. I'm not able to stream the daily, or I've not really been able to do it the way I was doing it, right? How many pieces does a set have? So I live in the UK, and our boxes do not have the piece count there like it would be on a US box. So I don't actually know how many pieces this has. I don't imagine it has that many. Maybe, I don't know. Funny enough, there is a sticker on this, right? And it's the set's original retail price. And at a place called Beatties, which I've never heard of that store chain. Granted, this is from 2004, could be a long gone store chain. It was £49.95. So I'm going to guess it had somewhere between, what, 300 and 400 pieces. Just a rough guess I'm going to go with there. That seems like a reasonable estimate. But yeah, this stream, just pure organisation, just going to chat with you guys, because I've not done a stream since, what, 4 days ago? It annoys me that I can no longer do these daily, but I mean, the way I'm planning to do it going forward is, if I can't do streams daily, then whenever I can do them, I'll either try and do a long one or upload or get videos done at the same time. But yeah, it's a cool set. The X-Wing in it is cool. Granted, I have the 2006 X-Wing because it's very similar to this build with a few changes. This came out 2 years later. And it's the Yoda's Hut part that interests me, and that Luke Skywalker minifigure. Because I do really like the classic minifigures quite a bit. If you're new here, most of my collection is just retro stuff. That's kind of what I prefer. But yeah, I'm just moving some things around, doing some sorting. Remember, we're also prepping for that room tour video that I want to come out. Because Micah said it's going to be like one of the longest videos I make, period, because of how much stuff there would be to show. And how much I've changed things and whatnot. So that ends up being a long video anyway. You know, I want that to be done right. I'll put some things in this cabinet here. 1 second. It's just red notifications. It's like a retro gaming commitment. Speaking of which, due to the new way I've done my setup, I've been keeping the PS2, I've got all the wires hooked into the TV and so forth, but I'm not using it, I've been keeping it in this cabinet. So it's part game console, part display item at this point. See, I've wanted to get some of this stuff done, but with work, and I'm having to travel more, and I used to do where it was like set, I would only work on like the morning, so midday. I now work at all sorts of random times, so that's kind of how that's changed. Right. Let's continue to get some stuff done, because like I said, I'm looking to be really productive today. I'm also planning to start, I've been on Amazon. And I've finally picked up the right kind of tripod we're going to need so that the reviews can come back. So expect that style of content to return. I'll be right back. Also, going to be closing my window. Just putting some things outside there. So, it's one of the best games on the PS2, easily. It's one of those games, see when you look at, you see lists, like the best games on the console, always comes up. Favorite in my collection is usually whatever I've bought most recently. So for example, this. Then we're going to be building this on another stream at 6 PM. So this is probably my favorite thing right now because it's a set I've wanted for probably a long time. And see, most of my collection is 2005 to 2013. So anytime I buy anything before 05, it's even cooler for that reason. I've got a few sets from before 05. I've got the 2000 Flash Speeder, the 2000 Minifig Pack, the 2001 TIE Fighter. I've got Cloud City. I've got the Mos Eisley Cantina. Now I've picked up this. So there is that. Again, I'm just moving some things to the other room. I will be coming and going a little bit, but that's to be expected. There we go. Like I said, I would really like to open the window, but the Black Pearl from Pirates of the Caribbean is a cool set, but as I was saying, due to all the wasps from seeing outside, I'm keeping that window closed. I remember before Christmas, I had one come in here, and because it was raining outside, I could not get it to leave. But it's one of those things, you're not going to go to sleep in a room that's full of wasps. That's just not something anyone would want to do. So it's one of those most awkward situations. Right. But no, I completely agree with you. The Black Pearl, like, that is a classic set. It's one of those sets, right, that I look at and I think to myself, John, that's not that old. Then you realise how old that set actually is. It's kind of nuts. It's like, I remember seeing that when it was new in LEGO catalogues. That's now a 15-year-old set, and my mind struggles to get around that. Back in 1 second. A set that I want to buy and I might finally get a hold of. It's not even this is one of those sets I always wanted as a kid but could never get a hold of. Because this set came out the year I was born, so I was automatically not going to buy it on store shelves. It's a small set, by the way. Like, everyone, when they talk, all people when they talk about their dream LEGO sets, it's always something big and expensive. Or like, granted, I've had expensive Holy Grail kind of sets. And I've went out and bought them. And recently I've been looking at buying some of the smaller ones that I wanted to pick up for a long time. And one of those sets is called Jabba's Prize from 2003. That's one of the ones. I mean, why that set is pretty cool. I mean, Boba Fett, a Gamorrean guard, you get the brick piece that's Han Solo on the wall. I still think it's a cool set. I've had quite a few people disagree with me on that one, surprisingly. But I genuinely think that is one of the more solid, like, old school Star Wars sets you can get. See that range of sets they did from like 1999 till 2003, and it was those small sets. You got a couple figures of a little scene. That's all you needed. Like, yeah, they weren't fully with play features or anything, but they just worked. There's some really cool ones. Or normally you get two of them, and you buy both. You put them together, guys. You know, like Jedi Defense 1 and 2, Final Duel 1 and 2. Jabba's Prize is made to connect with the Jabba's Palace from the same year, as well as a set called Jabba's Message. Right, what else we got? We got more of that bubble wrap shipping stuff from when that set arrived. But yeah, like I said, I will advertise it every so often when new people come in the stream. But we'll be doing another stream, 6 PM. We'll be building this. Very excited, and also we'll be adding it to the shelf. And depending on what time I have work tomorrow, we may even do some shelving stuff after we build this at 6 PM. Pretty cool, you know. Well enough, I had a little look through the instruction manual for the set. I thought the build would start with the hut. You actually start with the X-Wing, but no. The reason I have to hold this way, this is an opened copy. I did not buy this one sealed, but it'll be fun to build it when we do it at 6 PM. I mean, look at the old school box, the way they would do like the wraparound print. I mean, that's just perfect. So the Yoda minifigure's cool. The R2-D2 is just R2-D2. You know, it's a figure that was in so many other sets, so it's not exactly cool. But for me, the figure that I always thought was cool in this one, the Dagobah Luke. Brilliant minifigure. Obviously, it's been updated since then. I even have a complete Saga style version of him, who is right there. New episode of that series has dropped today. I need to get some of that one filmed, but that's where we're at in terms of things. So, just gonna keep going. Going through some things, like, I recently had to start using my rucksack again for work because of the traveling aspect. I do pick things up because where I'm working now, there's more things I'm likely to buy. Found something pretty cool. So me and Terra Killer, when he was here for that long period of time, when he was in the live streams and stuff, we went to this event where you could get free, it was like free comic book day. I picked up some cool ones here. We got Planet of the Apes, Alien vs Predator, what else we got here? I forgot these were even in the bag. If you're watching this, you'll be finding this funny. Lego Batman as well. So I might do something interesting with those. So an event that Forbidden Planet we're doing. But yeah, this bottom shelf here, obviously is complete storage at this point. Once I'm satisfied with this, then we'll fix that. The room tour, again, between the 20th of July and the 10th of August is that period that I've given myself to get that out. I think it's more than achievable. I think it can be done. Also, streams like this. Oh, hey, got to make that happen. Oh, hey, Coleman, how's it going? If you're not busy later, we're building this at 6 PM. Pretty cool set. Coleman Bricks, anyone who's new, he's a big part of the TikTok lore of my internet stuff. He's also appeared on one of these streams. If you find it, I think it's Live with Rex episode 1. It's the only one that has a guest in it. So yeah, check him out. I did see your thing about that. The Inquisitors are a cool part of the Star Wars lore. Lego obviously did do a couple of them, but if you look up the lore for it, it goes quite deep. I have a custom one somewhere. To be honest with you, my main things that I collect at this point are custom figures and sets from the early 2000s. That seems to be most of what I've been buying lately. Do you buy into the whole Bar? No, wait. Maybe was that confirmed? This never mind. I was going to bring up the Barisov thing, but I don't even remember. I can't remember off the top of my head if that was confirmed as being canon or not. That I can't remember. Raw the Hutt is cool. But I'll be honest, I've not been keeping up with the Lego Star Wars news because most of what they've been bringing out this year is for shows and movies I've not seen, so I don't really want to get into it too much. Otherwise, I might spoil or ruin it for myself in a way. But alright, I'm up for having a look at some of these things. I'm gonna be looking up probably later today though, and like I said, I know I keep advertising, but trust me, this will be a fun stream. We're building this later. I'm gonna put this here for now. So I've heard good things about the movie. I've just not seen it yet. But I've heard that it's not complete crap. Like it's not. It doesn't. Any dislike it gets is not deserved. Like whereas you guys know the story with Disney in their other movies, with the exception of Rogue One, they earn that crap. I'm just gonna move some things. I want to get the Hoover in here. I've been that busy, and it's like I'm leaving for work right after waking up and then coming home like 14 hours later. That really does prevent you from keeping on top of things. I will say that much. So yeah, later on when we're building the 2004 X-Wing, very excited. That, I remember seeing that in the Lego Star Wars Visual Dictionary years ago. And that being like one of my holy grail sets I really wanted. And I still have no idea why I've not, like, see in the last 5 years, I've been able to pretty much buy most Lego Star Wars sets I've ever wanted within reason. And it's one of those sets I look at and go, why have I not bought that? That's what it is. There we go. That's better. It's just, I have to clean under that. Sort it. Make sure there's nothing on the floor like that. Can wreck things, and we'll be good to go. Right. Can I again it? What? I'm assuming that autocorrect has got there and ruined what you said. So the clone helmet here, right?
Available. So why hesitate? This could have.
So the clone